Today, guys, this is my friend Uche, Daniel, and we make some scary videos. And if we say it's red, it's scary. If we say it was green, wasn't that scary. I'm so scared.
Lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow lockdown procedures. Go into the nearest room or building. Lock the door and turn off all lights. Wait for the all clear from school officials or local authorities. Lockdown.
Growing up in a tiny community like mine, you hear about all this crazy stuff on the news, these massacres and tragedies day after day, but you think that'll never happen here. A day came that not one of us will ever forget. I was in school watching the minutes go by, waiting until I could finally go home. I excused myself from class to go to the bathroom, but I didn't really have to go. I just wanted to look at my phone for a few minutes without the risk of it getting confiscated. Luckily, the girls' room was completely empty. I took the stall, second from the end. While scrolling through Snapchat, I tapped through a bunch of people's stories, but one person had quite a few more posts than anybody else. They were absent that day, and whenever they stayed home from school, which was quite often, they always did a bunch of schizo posting. Growing up, their name was Jessie, until they came out as transgender and started going by the name Jennifer. I changed their name on Snapchat, but otherwise, I didn't really care. I wasn't friends with them, just acquaintances because everybody knew everybody. What matters is, completely regardless of their gender, Jennifer was a nutcase. They were crazy before transitioning, and they were just as unpopular afterwards. After being on my phone for a few minutes, I decided to finish up before my teacher got suspicious. Just as I was starting to finally piss, someone walked into the bathroom. I couldn't tell if they were a teacher or a student. They were being oddly quiet. It sounded like they went into a stall, but I didn't hear it close or anything like that. Of course, I had no reason to be overly cautious, so I wrapped up and exited the stall. Right as I walked out of it, a loud sound started reverberating through the bathroom. Someone had started pissing. Then I took another couple steps and passed by a stall I thought was empty, but even though the door was open, it was absolutely occupied. I saw none other than Jennifer pissing while standing up in full view. It took everything I had to not stop and stare in shock. I forced myself to continue to the sink and wash my hands. Jennifer had enough time to finish her business at the toilet and started washing her hands in the sink next to mine. That's when I saw the blood, a shocking amount of it, all over her. My hands froze under the tap. It didn't take long for Jennifer to catch me staring either. She then looked directly in my eye, a sickening smirk on her face. I couldn't tell what was going through her head. When Jennifer turned off the faucet, she also reached over to shut off my sink as well. This action brought her close to my face, close enough for me to smell the pungent sweat in her pits. That, and the distinct metallic stench of blood. It wasn't paint, and she hadn't gotten all of it off yet. When she whispered to me, I knew there was no right answer. Every word was sealing my fate.
What are you staring at, princess?
Nothing. I don't have a problem with you being in here, I swear.
Really? Don't tell me you're not used to the sight of blood.
I feel like the credential system that they've put in place, it really does.
Don't tell me you're not used to the sight of blood.
It's not that. I'm not used to people using the bathroom with the door open. That's all.
Did I forget to close it? Man, my bad. I was just practicing my aim. How would you like to help me with target practice?
A chill ran through my whole body. Regardless of what she meant, I wasn't sticking around to find out. I immediately turned around and ran. I sprinted down the hallway, not looking back until I was at the stairwell. My plan was to just make sure that she didn't follow me back to my class, maybe double back across the second floor. But then I saw her, not running, but just then exiting the bathroom. She looked at me across the distance with a look on her face I'll never forget. Then she crossed the hall and entered the classroom I came from. A moment later, the shots started. I was no hero. Any chance I might have had to warn people was long gone, and doing so might have gotten me killed anyway. I saw my exit, and I took it. By the time the massacre was over, she had killed 8 people. The first 2 were at her house. The blood I saw her washing from her hands belonged to them. Then, she came to school and killed 6 more before taking the easy way out. Like a coward, she made sure she would never stand trial, never face justice for what she did, if she even had any. All we know is that our town will never be the same, and I can't stop thinking about how close I came to being one of her victims. This story was inspired by a horrific incident regarding a teenage suspect involved in a mass shooting in Tumbler Ridge. Police say the 18-year-old suspect was Jesse Van Rootseller, who was found dead on the scene, took out 8 people, and then doing the unthinkable to themselves. The suspect had been the subject of a number of police visits in recent years because of mental health issues, and used to have a firearms license. It is unclear who owned the firearms used in the attack, or what the motive was. 5 students.
As we carry on with this video, just know, stay well, and make a part 2 for this.
We're not done yet. There's still to watch for 2 more.
Come then.
Yeah, but not now.
Okay, we're gonna cut to the next scene when he's ready, okay? Sayonara, sayonara. Hello, I'm back. So as I was saying, you went home because like you had to go eat and that. Thing glitching, bro.
Taken out, and at least 25 others were injured at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. 2 others, the suspect's mother and stepbrother, were found dead at a nearby home when the attack began. Van Rootseller was born a biological male, but identified as a female. A 2021 Facebook post from the suspect's mother, Jennifer Strang, described how the teenager was infatuated with firearms.
Lockdown. This is an emergency alert. Please follow lockdown procedures. Go into the nearest room or building.
As a school resource officer, I'm tasked with maintaining order in an active community of nearly 1,000 students. Recently, a case of bullying has become of particular interest. For one reason or another, got a target painted on his back. He's been picked on and humiliated by dozens of different students through various means and over an extended period of time. He's never fought back. They take his kindness for weakness and abuse it. Unfortunately, almost everything I've tried to do to remedy the situation before it went critical ended up in a terrible feedback loop. All the offending students I punished simply fed into an intensified hatred of Ivan. With little other option, I've resorted to just protecting Ivan the best I can. One day, Ivan just snapped. It was quiet that day. It must have been around 1 o'clock. Suddenly, my radio crackled, and a panicked voice shattered the quiet.
Barnes, hurry! Get to building!
The lockdown alarm rang. I tried to turn up my radio and ask them to repeat, but it was too late. The sounds of panic, fleeing, and screaming were pouring in from the hall, and whoever that teacher was, their hands were way too full to get back to me. I couldn't hear the location, but the voice sounded familiar. I decided to make my way to that teacher's classroom on the other side of campus. As I stepped out of the break room, I entered the hallway in the last moments of the scramble for cover. Everyone was following the drills, but under the ensuing radio silence, I couldn't get any more information. Quickly, I hustled across the school, my weapon already drawn. Moment by moment, I cleared section after section. I knew reinforcements would be on their way, but they would be waiting on my call to enter the building. There was a chance that going in too brashly would lead to more panic and further casualties. It was up to me, but it was so...
Leaving it there. Part 2 is coming out very soon. I'm gonna edit this video. And yeah, see you in the next one. I'm using extra coder, bruh. Okay, see ya.